Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Coco Gauff looks unrecognizable as Bejeweled Cowboy for Beyonce concert. Beyonce certainly brings out the best cowboy fits in athletes and celebrities for her concerts. Add tennis star Coco Gauff to that list, where she looked unrecognizable in her next-level fit. We've covered Jordan Childs with her amazing cowboy look for a Beyonce show, and Vanessa Bryant and daughter Natalia Bryant going cowboy twins for another. Now, the French Open champ, who is coming off her disappointment at Wimbledon, where the number 2 seed was shocked in the first round, put that behind her to focus on her fit game for the concert at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. She definitely came up with a winning fit combo. Here's all of her photos from the night. The 21-year-old Gauff also posed with Beyonce's mom Tina Knowles for an amazing cowgirl duo. Gauff gushed about meeting Tina on IG stories, and even said Beyonce waved at her at the concert. The tennis star has been quite popular lately off the court, even posing with Vanessa and her daughters courtside for an amazing moment, including this side-by-side with stunner Natalia at a WNBA New York Liberty game in New York. She's also been quite the fashion queen. Her cowboy look was yet another winner of many lately. Under the bright lights of a summer evening in Los Angeles, where celebrities sparkle like constellations in motion, the crowd outside SoFi Stadium was electric. But it wasn't just the excitement over Queen Bey's Renaissance World Tour that had heads turning. It was the unexpected, dazzling transformation of tennis superstar Coco Gauff. Gone were the signature Nike kits, the sweatbands, and the focused stare she usually reserves for the world's toughest opponents. In their place was something entirely different, a rhinestone-studded cowboy hat tilted just right, shimmering silver fringe, and a jumpsuit so radiant it seemed to have stolen light from the disco ball itself. Coco Gauff, at just 21, had already cemented her place as one of tennis's fiercest competitors. But tonight, she wasn't chasing grand slams. She was chasing stardust. A Serena-level entrance. The moment Coco stepped out of the car, flashes popped like fireworks. It wasn't just because of who she was, but what she had become. Is that Coco Gauff? Fans whispered in disbelief. Yes, that was her. But in full Beyonce-inspired glam mode, she looked more like a cross between a futuristic cowgirl and a superstar in her own right. Boots glittering with holographic stones, sleek braids woven with metallic thread, a microphone-shaped purse. Every detail screamed homage to both Beyonce's cowboy Carter aesthetic and Coco's unshakable confidence. She didn't just attend the concert. She owned the pre-show. Even fellow celebrities, including Zendaya, Keke Palmer, and even tennis icons Venus and Serena Williams, had to double-take. Serena reportedly laughed and shouted, "Okay, Coco. We see you, superstar." From court queen to concert cowboy, for those who followed Coco's rise, from her breakthrough at Wimbledon in 2019 to her incredible U.S. Open win, the transformation was both surprising and, in a way, perfectly fitting. I've always admired Beyonce, not just for her music but for her power, her presence, Coco said in a quick pre-concert interview. When I heard she was leaning into the Western theme, I said, "Bet, I'm going all in." And go all in she did. Designed by a custom Atlanta-based stylist, Coco's look was part rodeo, part intergalactic, with rhinestones hand-sewn into the fabric over a course of 72 hours. Her stylist, Marcus Duray, revealed that Coco gave a single instruction: "Make me sparkle like I'm serving aces on the Milky Way." Mission accomplished. More than just fashion. For Coco, the night was more than just a chance to dress up. It was a statement. "I'm always on the court proving something," she said. "Tonight, I just want to feel free, express myself, and dance." The symbolism wasn't lost. For a black woman dominating a historically white sport, there's power in showing up not just as an athlete, but as a multifaceted icon. Coco's appearance was a bold declaration. You can be strong and sparkle. You can be competitive and creative. You can serve match points at Wimbledon and still get down to break my soul in a diamond-studded cowboy hat. And when the opening chords of Formation boomed through the stadium, Coco didn't hold back. Cameras captured her belting every lyric, dancing like no one was watching, even though millions surely would. Social media goes wild. The internet couldn't contain itself. Within minutes, Coco Gauff was trending worldwide. Tweets like, "Coco Gauff did not just serve looks, she served the whole damn rodeo." At Tennis Queen 101, "Someone tell Wimbledon this is now the official dress code." At Renaissance Babe, "Coco Gauff's Beyonce look has entered the Hall of Fame. And I'm not talking about tennis." At Pop Culture Ace, even Beyonce's official fan account reposted Coco's look with the caption, "One of our favorite cowgirls. Welcome to the Beehive Rodeo, Coco." From one queen to another. Later that night, in a behind-the-scenes clip posted to Instagram, Coco met Beyonce herself. The two hugged like long-lost sisters. "You killed it out there," Beyonce said, pointing at Coco's boots. Coco, visibly starstruck, laughed. "You gave us the blueprint. I just followed it." The moment felt symbolic. A passing of the torch, from one powerful black woman dominating her industry to another. Both had faced scrutiny. Both had defied expectations. And both knew what it meant to shine with purpose. Back to the baseline. Eventually, of course, Coco's fun night out would soon give way to the grind once more. With the Canadian Open around the corner, she'd be back in practice, running drills, and plotting her next tournament win. But that's what made the moment even more special. In that glitzy, fearless, bejeweled cowboy getup, Coco reminded everyone watching, especially young girls looking up to her, that being strong doesn't mean dimming your light. I think we're finally entering a time where athletes, especially women, don't have to box themselves in. Coco said in an interview the next day, "We can compete and create. Be fierce and fabulous." A legacy in the making. Already a U.S. Open champion and a top 5 player in the world, Coco Gauff is carving out a legacy far beyond trophies and rankings. Her Beyoncé concert appearance was more than just a viral fashion moment. It was a chapter in the unfolding story of a woman rewriting what it means to be a modern sports icon. The girl from Delray Beach who once dreamt of becoming the next Serena Williams has become something even more expansive. The first Coco Gauff. And whether she's holding a tennis racket or a glittery microphone purse, one thing's for certain, Coco is always serving. Because that shimmering cowboy under the neon haze, boots kicked up, hat tilted with authority, and crystals catching every beam of stage light, was none other than tennis superstar Coco Gauff. Yes, that Coco Gauff, reigning U.S. Open champion, relentless baseliner, and Grand Slam warrior. But this night, she wasn't Coco the tennis player. She was Coco the diva, transformed into a rhinestone-drenched cowboy straight out of Beyoncé's own glittering dreams. From Grand Slam to Glam Slam, the transformation didn't happen overnight. It began, as all great metamorphoses do, with an idea. Go big or go home. Gauff had been circling the concert date on her calendar for weeks. Between training, travel, and the daily grind of tour life, she needed an outlet, something outrageous, creative, and full of joy. When Beyoncé released her tour's theme of Renaissance, full of metallics, futurism, high fashion, and yes, cowboy core, Coco saw her chance. Not to perform, not to compete, but to express. It was more than a concert, she later said in a post-show interview. It was a moment. Beyoncé creates space for black women to be bold, to be fierce, to shine. And I wanted to show up in that same spirit. So she called in her stylist, and her glam squad, and her friends with a flair for dramatic wardrobe choices. What they created was part rodeo queen, part galactic goddess, part disco fantasy. The look that stole the spotlight. Coco's outfit was handcrafted by an underground LA designer known for fusing Western wear with drag fashion. The jacket alone featured over 10,000 tiny Swarovski crystals, each one hand-stitched. The shoulders were broad, sharp, and mirrored, channeling both Beyoncé's commanding presence and Coco's athletic strength. Beneath the jacket, a rhinestone-studded bodysuit in platinum silver, with corset lacing and a plunging neckline, far from her usual tennis whites. Around her waist, a chrome belt emblazoned with the CG buckle, glinting like a championship trophy. But the crown jewel of the look? The hat, a white Stetson, reimagined in high-shine patent leather, with crystal fringe that danced over her brows. It was diva, cowgirl, and rebel all at once. To finish it off, knee-high silver boots, platform to perfection, and nails bedazzled with miniature tennis rackets and stars. "I wanted to bring the court to the club," she joked on her Instagram story. Social media frenzy. As Coco strutted through the VIP entrance, the cameras clicked. At first, no one knew it was her. The crowd gasped. Paparazzi zoomed in. Fashion bloggers furiously typed, "Who is this bedazzled cowboy queen?" One viral tweet read. The mystery didn't last long. When Coco posted her full look on Instagram with the caption, "If you ain't feeling yourself at the Beyonce concert, WYD." It took all of 60 seconds for the internet to explode. Within an hour, #CowboyCoco was trending worldwide. Beyoncé's own stylist reposted the look. GQ and Vogue hailed her as the night's breakout fashion icon. Serena Williams commented, "Okay, lil sis, you better." Clapping hands fire. Even Beyoncé's official account liked the post. A move Coco would later call better than winning Wimbledon, with a wink. Beyond the sequins. But the night wasn't just about fashion. For Coco, it was a declaration. At just 21, she'd spent nearly a decade in the global spotlight. From teenage prodigy to major champion, she'd fought battles on the court and off it. Questions about her identity, pressure, critics, expectations. But here, under Beyoncé's spell, she wasn't defending a title. She wasn't being compared. She was just free. During the performance of Alien Superstar, Coco danced in the aisle with her friends, boots stomping and curls bouncing under the cowboy hat. When Brown Skin Girl echoed across the stadium, she stood still, hand over heart, eyes glistening. Later, as Beyoncé launched into Break My Soul, Coco shouted every word like a warrior, shedding the weight of the world. "I'm Takeem, my new salvation, and I'm a build my own foundation." Her post the next morning echoed the sentiment. "Last night was spiritual. The music, the people, the power. I've never felt more alive, more beautiful, more me." Fashion with a purpose. Fans soon discovered that Coco's cowboy look wasn't just about sparkle. She used the attention to raise awareness, linking her post to a fundraiser supporting young black fashion designers in sports and performance arts. "People see tennis and fashion as separate lanes," she said in a follow-up video. "But they've always intersected for me. Style is a form of movement, just like my forehand, just like my footwork." She pledged to auction off the hat, signed, of course, with proceeds going to girls' mentorship programs that blend sport and creativity. "That hat changed something in me," she said. "Now I want to help others find their version of the hat." Renaissance woman rising. Back on the tennis court days later, Coco returned to business as usual. Clean lines, headband on, racket in hand. But something had shifted. When a reporter asked if she'd toned down after her fashion moment, Coco just smiled. "Nothing's toned down," she said. "I just have different modes."